Hey everyone, Nubkeks here, and welcome to my chill guide. 144 item level talents there. You can rewind the video, look at those if you want to. But yeah, chill guide for the Theater of Pain on Mythic difficulty here for week 1 of the Shadowlands, or week 2 as well. Obviously, 144 item level, we're very under geared, so if we can get through this, then you can too. Alright, so I'm gonna be zipping through this video, rewinding, fast forwarding, pausing, all that sort of stuff. If you want to see the full unedited dungeon run with our commentary and trying to work out what the hell is going on, you're welcome to watch it. I put that up on my Patreon as a Patreon exclusive, so you can go check it out over there. Anyway, you got this first mob pack. We pulled all of this stuff in together. As you can see, they did a fair whack of damage, but it wasn't too bad. I certainly popped a lot of, if not all of my offensive CDs on that pack, but we're going into this next boss. So this boss, there's 3 of them. In fact, there's a 4th one as well that pops in, but this boss looks complicated. Our impression from playing this on Mythic 0 difficulty was it felt like just another trash pack. We had no idea at the time what was going on. Obviously, I've researched for this video. We had no clue what was happening, and we got through it just fine. So there's a few things going on here, right? The most important thing is this Mythic mechanic, Xav the Underhanded. She comes in and she's going to stun one of your players. So as you saw me do there, it's important that you stun her back. That is very, very crucial. Another thing which you can see we're not doing, which is important, is that this guy here, he's gonna put, he's gonna like link with his different teammates, and he's gonna start, you know, healing them based off of the damage, or I think gives them a shield based on the damage he does. So make sure to purge that debuff off of him so he's not doing that. Didn't know about that, but we sort of powered through it. One thing to note, the bosses, they do get more powerful when they go below 40% health. You can kill them 1 by 1 if that's going to make it easier for you, or you can cleave them down if you've got, you know, a solid group. But generally speaking, you know, don't stack with the Searing Death. That's going to do AoE damage. Don't stand in the bad pools. Kick stuff as much as you can. Certainly make sure to stun or fear or whatever to the other one. All that sort of good stuff. That's most of what's going on. But yeah, this boss honestly wasn't all that bad. It kind of, as you see, it kind of just sort of fell over for us. So let's zip on ahead. Alright, as you go down, actually, this is a really fun dungeon. You can go in any sort of direction that you want to. You can go north, northwest, or southeast. Any sort of direction. We didn't know where we were going. It doesn't matter, really. I think this is going to matter in Mythic Plus, you know, timing cooldowns and stuff like that. But for this difficulty, it's not too bad. Got a little bit of a gauntlet here. These ads, you can sort of kick their casts, dodge the swirlies on the floor, just kill them off. They're quite squishy, so it's not too bad. But yeah, just dodge the stuff, kill the ads. We just played it safe and we pulled, you know, maybe like 4 or 5 at a time. No more than that. Potentially you could pull the whole room, but I mean, there's quite a bit of damage. These bind soul casts, unless you've got really good CC, you're gonna fall apart. Just pull them slowly. You'll be fine. Going on through, kill all that stuff off. Not too bad. Now we come into this area. Again, we're not 100% sure exactly how this works. We just always, you kill off these big ads, right? There's a few nasty ads through this that I need to walk you through. The Soulstorm just does some damage, heal through it, pick up the orb. We just always put it in the left-hand one every single time. I don't know if there's a slightly faster way to get through it, but we just always put it in the left one, and that worked fine for us. And you're going to go through these different platforms. Again, let the tank go through first, or else you're going to have to pop Ice Block like that. And again, you're just sort of kicking things. Necromantic or Necrotic Bolt Volley, that's obviously the worst thing that the Soulbinder does. Make sure to kick that. You can interrupt these souls as well if you got extra interrupts. You see the damage can be pretty nasty. So long as you kick that volley, though, you're going to be okay. Zipping on forwards, again, you've got, this is a fairly nasty pack. You've got this Soulbinder. You want to kick that volley. There we go, perfect. And this Soulstorm simply needs to be healed through. When I did my Shaman run, we had a random tank. That random tank freaked out and started running around the platform, pulled a whole bunch of mobs, and killed the group. So it's not you know, just heal through the Soulstorm. It's just a healer check, that's all. And again, moving forwards. Now, the most dangerous mobs, these guys. These are the worst ones. These ones, these dark speakers. Death wins. This is a big cast. Okay, it shoots at this tornado. If you get hit by that tornado, you get knocked back. And quite often, you're going to get knocked off of the platform. I wonder if we get hit here. Maybe. Absolutely make sure you move out of that. I would actually move extra even, just to be sure. You absolutely don't want to get hit by that. But that's the most important thing there. And again, we're pushing through. We died somewhere, that's fine. For us, For us, actually, it was bugged and there was no orby thing. On my second run, there was an orb here, so I don't know what happened. I don't know why that was bugged. But anyway, you have an orb thing there that will give you a shortcut back to the boss. Now, this boss is, again, a little bit tricky. Save your damage cooldowns on this boss, because this boss puts a silence mechanic on you. You can see I'm actually popping them here early. Probably a mistake. You can dispel this nasty sort of ticking thing, just be spread anyway. These hands on the ground are crucial for this draw soul ability. You see, I'm not going to do it properly here. You want to be near these hands on the ground to basically lock down your soul, right? So when he does draw soul, you get silence, you chase down your soul, you're going to be doing damage to your group while you're out there. You pick up your soul, cool, you're going to get a buff that buffs your damage. And then obviously he's not going to be casting draw soul for a little while. These hands on the ground do damage if you stand in them. They also slow you down. As you see, watch Zed here, he's doing the right thing. His ghost gets caught in the hands. He can just do a little wiggle, pick up his ghost, and he's back in. Takes about 1 second. That's how you want to do it. So, when the draw soul comes out and it's targeting you, in the last second, step into the grabby hands. Sometimes, as you can see, there's no grabby hands, so you just have to deal with it. That's unfortunate. That's bad. And that's what your healer needs to watch out for, and you should maybe pop a defensive going into it or something like that. But yeah, step into the hands. They'll lock down your soul. Just do a wiggle, grab them, then pop your damage CDs when you come out and you've got that damage buff. And that's basically how that one works. Moving on then. Okay, we're going through this place next. These little ads, in fact, the little ads are actually, I would say, worse overall. That meat shield you can kick. These Withering Discharge casts, they can, I believe, stack up a debuff that gets pretty nasty. I would actually focus on these little ads first and crowd control them, lock them down. Number one, they're jumping all over the place, which is a pain. But yeah, definitely focusing down those little ads is really important. We've got a really cool guy here. This Putrid, no, we shrouded through. Rancid Gasbag. This is the guy. He's got a really fun move. Vile Eruption. This is life goals right here. He vomits and he poops at the same time. Absolutely incredible. We've all been there. We've been there. But yeah, make sure to dodge that. You have to stand by his side. He's not that bad, really. He's just a big meat shield. Just dodge the poop and the vomit, and you're good. You got some nasty packs. There is, by the way. Oh yeah, I should probably point this out. There is somewhere when you go down. Yeah, right here, right. This looks like it's cool, empty corridor. There's going to be a bunch of ads. Jump in. So don't go super YOLO and pull both packs together. You're going to die like all these guys. And again, just focus really on cleaving down these little lads, I think, as a priority. Again, interrupting them. Just sidestep the Rancid Gas Bag stuff and focus on big AoE damage. Just watch that Vile Eruption and you're going to be fine, right? So the little lads are going to be more dangerous. You can see a very scary pack indeed. Alright, coming up to this boss then. This boss is pretty cool, pretty simple as well. Gorechop. He's going to be smacking the tank really hard. Meat hooks is sort of the defining mechanic of this fight. There's going to be a wall of hooks comes down. Here we go. But you can see there is a gap in the wall. In fact, there's often 2 gaps in the wall. So go through the gap. After that, then another smaller wave of hooks is going to come through those gaps. So essentially, you go through the gap, then move into one of the areas that previously there were hooks on to dodge the new incoming hooks. And that's sort of it. Can be scary because he does hook you in and he does an AoE smash, so that can be a little bit spooky. Tanks, watch out for that positioning, that you're not going to position him in such a way that you're going to get caught. Again here, see the wall, go in the gap, and then back out again. Oh, perfectly calculated. He does summon in these ads. We just cleave them down. They're doing some damage. They're what leaves these pools when they die. So just cleave them down. We didn't need to rush to kill them, but do try to kill them off. Don't leave them up there or you're going to get overrun by ads. And that's that fight. Pretty simple. All right, moving on then and into the final section. This one is actually pretty easy from what we saw. You're just going to fight through a bunch of ads. They don't really do much. We actually skipped one of the mini bosses, which was mostly fine, I think. We killed this one. They don't really do too much, just kick their abilities, don't stand in anything obviously bad. Again, these packs, they did some damage, but they weren't really that bad, just stuns, etc. Lock them down is basically it. Crash through these, and we come to the boss. This boss is really cool. I like this one a lot. One of my favorite bosses of the expansion. Not only does he look cool, but his abilities are awesome. He does summon in a banner. Do make sure to kill that banner. The banner slows you down. Oppressive banner, as you can see the timer up there. Kill that off. The slow will make it, for most specs, extremely difficult to dodge his most powerful abilities. So I think it might be the Might of Maldraxxus. This oppressive banner, see, it's fairly squishy. Make sure to nuke that one down. The slow is bad, bad, bad. because he's got to do these abilities. Yeah, you want to kill him before this Might of Maldraxxus. He can do an AoE around him. He can do like half the room in a cone. And then, yeah, he can also do a frontal smash as well. As you can see, Envir got killed here because we didn't have that banner killed. This is the other big ability, Blood and Glory. He's going to pick 2 DPS at random, throw them in, and then you can have a duel. I definitely win this duel. I'm going to skip ahead. I definitely win. I definitely win. So the most important thing here is to obviously say, on Mythic 0, okay, you definitely want to save all your cooldowns to try to beat your friend. That's the most important thing, okay? That's the #1 thing. Is that the ideal way to play it? No, it's definitely not. You get like a 10% damage buff if you win. You get a 10% damage nerf if you lose. So, yeah, I mean, you definitely shouldn't be doing anything like this. Frickin' Cloak of Shadows, man. It's not fair, is it? I definitely misplayed, though, myself. Could have self-healed and played my CC ability smarter. But, oh, well. We lost. We get a little bit of a damage nerf. It's not too bad, though. Honestly, as far as I can tell, you probably just want to use your abilities on cooldown and then the duel just for fun. But, you know, that's a Mythic Plus strategy. On Mythic Plus, maybe even have, you know, just one person give up intentionally and die as fast as possible. Keep spamming a /sit emote of the macro to get crit in the back, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, on Mythic 0, just save your CDs and try to win it for glory. At least the first time. If you guys wipe, then try it again and actually do it properly. Use your cooldowns to kill the boss instead. But yeah, there you are. Zipping ahead. Oh, we barely killed him, actually. We all started falling down. Nice. No tank when we kill that one. Love it. Oh yeah, our Death Knight had this guy controlled and he broke free. Shackle and Dead for the win. Alright, blasting on ahead to the final boss. The final boss is actually... Oh yeah, we had to kill the other guy on the way out that we skipped with the Shroud. The final boss here is actually extremely difficult, I would say. This is one of the hardest bosses in the entire expansion, in my opinion, so far. Mordretha, this one is really nasty. Really nasty. She's got a lot of abilities that could easily wipe your group. I don't even think we probably play this all that well. Let's get into the fight. Here we go. Okay, so we're going into the fight. #1, she's going to be smacking your tank. That's fine. Dark Devastation, this is a big beam, and she'll spin around with the beam in a random direction. So you just want to try to dodge the beam. Manifest Death and Grasping Rift are a lot more dangerous. Oh, look at this. Dodged into the beam like a legend. What a bro. So we are burning. We did pop Bloodlust, try kill her as quickly as possible because you kind of want to. We actually pushed her, phased her, and she didn't do her ability. You will see it though. So this is where this gets kind of tough. You're going to have these fighting guys. They're going to do these just swirls around them. Don't be in that. It hits really hard. The more dangerous one is the Ghostly Charge. So there's a few different patterns you can have. Let me just pause this right here. So as you can see, she's going to spawn these like Ghostly Chargers around the room. There's a bunch of different patterns, and they're going to charge across the room. Again, you need to dodge them. If you don't, you're going to get screwed. This is where it gets nasty. You can see she has Dark Devastation. She's spinning with the beam while these guys are charging through. Super nasty. Like, that's really tough. There's no way around it. That's really tough. Okay, then this is the other big mechanic, and you can see there's these 2 other mechanics are overlapping here. The first one is she's going to put Manifest Death. She puts this circle around you. It's going to grow, and then it explodes. It does damage to everyone in it, and it leaves an ad. It's actually pretty important that you try to stack these as close as possible, because these ads are all going to stand there, and they're going to chain cast. You need to use your kicks to interrupt them, get them stacked up under the boss, and then AoE them down. But obviously, if you guys all run all over the room and are widely spread, it's going to be extremely hard, especially if you have melee in the group. It's going to be extremely hard to actually get those kicked and get them stacked up. You want to try to stack these as close as possible, obviously without actually hitting each other. She also does this Grasping Rift at the same time, usually, which is going to pull you in towards it, which makes this even harder. Again, we're just going to try stack these as much as we can. And again, we've got these freaking swirlies at the same time. Like, hello, excuse me. You can see these ads are coming in. Got a little bit freaked out. Luckily, we killed her. So honestly, we got through that through having really good damage with our group. For week 1, we were able to burst her down. On my second, on our alts that were worse off, that was a lot harder. So yeah, definitely watch out for it. But you get some, like I said, that's a hard boss. That's the hardest boss in my opinion that I fought. Just some really nasty overlaps there. Definitely watch out for it. But guys, I hope that you picked up some useful tips there. Like I said, this last boss may take you several attempts. Just try to stack those ads up as much as you can. Interrupt them, stack them up, burn them down. and hopefully you will be okay. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed our little look here for week 1. I will, of course, I'm going to be putting up all the other remaining dungeons today. The other 4 dungeons, the first 4 are up already. And yeah, check out the stuff on Patreon if you're interested in that. And of course, I will return to all these dungeons once Mythic Plus goes live to check out our Mythic Plus routes, our strategies, and see what has updated by then. Guys, thank you for watching. See you all next time. Bye-bye.